And when people would say to me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I never thought a politician, a city council member. That's not what I thought. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to work with animals. That's what I wanted to be from when I was a child. I loved animals. I spent a lot of time with animals. My first job in middle school was I worked on a large farm taking care of 38 Dalmatians, horses, llamas, and miniature donkeys. And so to be able to do this work now is really, really meaningful. I just want to say, and we don't give her more love, but she's gotten a lot. I'm so sad that Rosie Mendez is leaving the council because she is an incredible, incredible human being in person. And people don't know this, but Rosie's middle name, it's Rosie No Bullshit Mendez. Because what you see with Rosie and what Rosie says to you is what you're going to get. That's what she's always like on every single issue. And so for me to be able to work with her on this has been really, really meaningful. I want to thank John Phillips, of course. I also want to thank Joyce Friedman because I love John. He's been doing this a long time, and he really was the fire in getting this done. But Joyce was always with him. And Joyce was sort of the, not that John isn't calm, but Joyce was like a calming, level-headed, sweet, thoughtful presence. And she would follow up, and she had a good way about herself, and her heart was there. And to have them as a team doing this work is really, really important. I just want to give Joyce another big round of applause. I want to thank John Pascal, of course, and we are very, very lucky that Rosie's successor in the City Council is going to be one of the people that helped shepherd this bill through with John. The next council member from this district, Javier Rivera. I want to thank Ellie Feldman for her really important work. I love working with Ellie, she's wonderful. I want to thank Akita, Napas, for her hard work on this, and all of the advocates. And you know, I want to thank Brian for coming down and talking about these issues at the council. Let me just end with this. The reason why, I don't want to sound corny or hokey, but the reason why I ran for office was I wanted to make our city a better and more just place. That's why I ran. And to be able to work on legislation that impacts human beings and living animals in a way that comes at the issues that we currently face with compassion and with justice, and with ultimately trying to end suffering. Because ultimately people suffer and animals suffer, and there is just a lot of suffering in the world. And I think what this movement is about not just ending suffering for human beings, but also trying to ensure that human beings are not inflicting suffering on other sentient beings. And to me, that's really meaningful, because to me, it really shows that compassion is not just about our own human needs and desires, but compassion is about ensuring that every living being that has emotions and has feelings, that they're treated with respect and with dignity. And all of the movements in modern history that have seen great achievement in this modern society, whether it be the anti-war movement, or the women's suffrage movement, or the African-American civil rights movement, or the LGBT rights movement, or the farm workers movement, or the environmental justice movement, or the movement for animal rights. These were all movements that were not led by politicians. These were movements that were led by people. These were movements that were led by activists. These were movements that were led by people that saw there was a gross injustice and that they were going to do something to make it better. And I say this as an elected official, as a politician, that politicians aren't always the ones that are always the most brave. They're not always the ones, I mean, there are some of us that try to do that, but they're not always the ones that automatically say, yes, I'm going to do this difficult, controversial, important thing that's going to get me in trouble with a big segment of my community. I'm going to do it. No. Movements are led by people. Movements are led by everyday citizens who see that there is something wrong in their town, in their neighborhood, in their city, in the country, and in the world, and decide that they want to make a difference. And the collective energy and power that exists when we come together to do that important work, to tell these stories, and to organize around these issues is ultimately unstoppable. Maybe not right away, maybe not at the first bite at the apple in 2006 or 2007, but ultimately hard work and perseverance by a dedicated and committed group of people that band together for a just and worthy cause, they typically don't lose. And that is what this win is about. That is what this movement is about. That is what working on issues that are related to a humane society and a humane country is all about. And I think that this is really just the first step in many ways, because there is still so much suffering in New York City. You know, I think last year we had over 50,000 animals enter the shelter system in New York City. Animal care centers has gotten better. They're not perfect. Their kill rate has gone down quite a bit, but we need full service, fully funded animal shelters in all 5 boroughs in New York City. We need to have a real trap, neuter, and release program in New York City. We need to ensure that when buildings go up, the glass that is being used is not glass that birds are going to run into and get killed. We have to ensure that that it's easy for people to be able to keep their pets, so that they don't have to give them for adoption. We have to ensure that we have housing laws that are fair in that way for people, that do not discriminate against certain breeds of dogs. There is so much work to do in New York City. And this movement, this step in getting this introduction, this law passed, I think is a good step in the right direction. Last year we passed a bill requiring fire sprinklers in pet stores. We passed a bill that got rid of the popular code, being able to come into New York City. We got tens of millions of dollars for new shelters in New York City. One thing that was kind of lost in the budget a month ago was the speaker put in $250,000 to get better dog kennels in the shelters that are more humane for the dogs, depending on the size of the dogs. And no one really wrote about that or talked about that. It's not a sexy thing in many ways, but we took $250,000 in city money to replace all the dog kennels in the shelters in New York City. So I stand with you in this just and worthy movement and cause, and I look forward to standing shoulder to shoulder with you. And I know that at the end of this year, on December 31st, when Rosie passes the baton to Carlina, that Carlina and I are going to be able to do this work together, but that Rosie is going to stay a committed activist on the outside with her fearlessness and her resolve, leading this fight. Thank you all very much. We're going to keep fighting for a compassionate and humane New York City. And I see my colleague here, Tilly, who is the author of a bill that passed creating an animal abuse registry in New York City. So we know that people that abuse animals, who remember them on every single interview. She's running for district attorney in Brooklyn. And if you live in Brooklyn, talk to me, and I will give Tilly a big round of applause.